This is the 265R. At this point we have an LCD controller, and we're just going to review how to set the unit up before you start actually using it. In this case here, we've actually intentionally put a little offset on it to show you that what's happening is you'll see there's a red LED, but there's no zero, and the platform is empty. So we know that the unit needs zeroing. In the case here of the LCD controller, there's a big red marked 0. We press that. Now it's showing 0. And if we go back here to the unit, now we are actually ready to start dimensioning. Now, the other thing that we're going to do too is we're going to calibrate the lens. What we try to do is keep the lenses clean, and we calibrate them occasionally. We keep the lenses clean because I know there's dirt, but if you want to keep the measuring as fast as possible, the best thing is to keep the lens clean. Now what the calibration does, it's something like zeroing on the weight, in that if you ever had something that was stuck on the table forever, you know, or wears off or something, it's always good to zero the platform to do the reference. We're doing basically the same thing with the lenses. In other words, if there's a nick or a scratch or something that changes over the course of time, the dimensioning will actually record that pattern in. When you tell it, listen, this lens is clean, this is the way it should look, what it's doing is it's recording all of that for its reference. So again, what I'm going to do is just I wipe down the lens before I start doing the cleaning, or the calibration. And now if we come to the unit here, what I do is I hit the program key. I hit number 5, calibration, and number 1 to get it going. And it says it's now calibrating. If we come back here, we can actually use the status lights to monitor the progress, because each of those status lights is a dimensional bank being calibrated. And when the status lights stop flashing, then the unit has finished calibrating and it's ready to go. So what we do recommend that you can do also is just to turn the machine off and on. Once you've done the calibration, everything, sort of set it in. It only takes a second here. And you'll see the status lights will come on when they're all ready to go. It's going through an internal check. It's all set to go. So now actually if I bring the box on, you'll see that it will be determining the weight and dimensions. That's very fast. So in under 3 seconds. And now we're ready to use the machine continuously.